Alberta's out-of-control wildfires on this Friday night.
We slept in our vehicles.
The volatile conditions, the people forced from their homes, and the strangers lending a helping hand.
Wildfires in Western Canada have wiped out more than 2 million acres of land in Alberta.
Menacing plumes and relentless flames. So far, Canada's worst spring wildfire season to date.
People from their homes, they've now taken a life. On Thursday, 19-year-old wildland firefighter Devin Gale died while trying to protect the community that her family has called home for generations.
The whole community.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Gemini the Truck. I am Jeff, and I want to address a somber and pressing issue that affected many regions around Canada this past summer. Forest fires. As the season comes to a close, it's essential for us to reflect on the devastating impact these fires had on our environment and our community.
In the neighboring province of New Brunswick, fire crews are battling a forest fire near the community of St. Andrews. 400 homes have now been evacuated and at least one home has been destroyed. A short time ago.
There are 110 active fires in Quebec. Almost 1,200 people from Cree communities across the northern part of the province have fled their homes due to wildfires.
We begin this morning in British Columbia, where raging wildfires continue to blaze a trail of destruction. The province remains in a state of emergency. Thousands of people have fled their homes as the flames close in.
Canada is on track to face its worst ever year of wildfire destruction. The country has been battling what experts believe is the most severe wildfire season on record there. About 8.2 million acres of land have already been burned.
The summer of 2023 witnessed an unprecedented number of forest fires. From the east coast of Canada to the west coast of Canada and many other places in between, these wildfires ravaged ecosystems and destroyed homes and posed a serious threat to public safety.
Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia, Alberta. Fires raging across Canada are sending the country into preparedness level 5 and burning tens of...
This just made the entire situation worse.
There is some help on the way. Close to 100 newly trained firefighters hit the ground Wednesday, and the situation in New Brunswick has improved enough it's able to send Quebec 42 firefighters.
First and foremost, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the brave firefighters and first responders that put their lives on the line to fight these blazes. Their dedication and heroism can't be overstated.
In the Shuswap, officials have begun to reach out to owners of 168 properties that were either destroyed or damaged by wildfire.
There are parts of what happened that almost don't make sense. This was the first time a camera was allowed to film the devastation left by the Upper Tantallon fire outside Halifax.
The impact on our natural world has been profound. Vast tracts of forest land were reduced to ashes, disrupting ecosystems and endangering countless species. The aftermath of these wildfires will leave a scar on our environment that will take years, if not decades, to heal.
An entire city forced to evacuate as a large fire approaches.
Everything's burning around us.
There are growing tensions between police enforcing evacuation orders and residents who stayed behind.
The fire in the Ottawa Valley has prompted evacuations in the Centennial Lake area, about 150 kilometers west of the capital.
Just about 6 o'clock, and you can see the darkness from the smoke.
In the South Slave region of the Northwest Territories, residents had little time to pack up and go.
The fire is called the Eagle Bluff Fire. It started on the weekend in Washington State and is now threatening the town. It has grown to nearly 9 square kilometers in size on the Canadian side of the border.
Beyond the environmental toll, the forest fires forced thousands of people to evacuate their homes, leaving behind cherished possessions and facing an uncertain future. The emotional and psychological toll on these communities is immeasurable.
I went knocking on doors to other local people, elders that we take care, that you just keep an eye out for, because right now that's the only communication we have on what we're supposed to do with our people.
Yeah, Donna, this sports complex behind me has been converted into an evacuation center where hundreds of people, mostly young families, are staying, and many of the resources inside are donations. And it's far from being the first time High Level has stepped up this way. A donation center here in High Level as evacuees continue to rely on firefighters who are battling those flames and contending with conditions like this, as well as on the kindness of strangers. People have been stepping up to support however they can. Meanwhile, the city of Calgary says it's working with the province to open up a reception center there tomorrow.
However, in the face of adversity, we also witness incredible strength and resiliency of communities coming together to support one another. Neighbors helping neighbors and countless volunteers. And charitable organizations all played a crucial role in aiding those affected by the fire.
Now, I know for many communities out west, this is nothing new. They experience this every year, but it is certainly getting worse. It is yet another alarming example of the ways in which the climate crisis is disturbing our lives and our communities.
According to the paper, which has not yet undergone peer review, climate change more than doubled the likelihood of extreme fire weather conditions in eastern Canada between the months of May and July.
Dr. James, we've had wildfires before, especially in Western Canada, but these fires are hotter. The smoke is going higher into the atmosphere. Is this linked to climate change?
I would say most definitely. There's a consequence of climate change on our weather patterns, including temperature, pressure, precipitation.
It's essential to acknowledge the role climate change has in exacerbating these wildfires. Rising temperatures, prolonged droughts, and changing weather patterns have created conditions conducive to large, more frequent fires. This crisis highlights global action on climate change mitigation. Moving forward, it is crucial that we prioritize reforestation efforts to invest in forest protection strategies to protect our forest and our communities. We can all contribute by supporting organizations that are working towards these goals.
Preparing the first 5 feet around your home can make the biggest difference in protecting it from wildfire.
So if you're camping and you have an outdoor campfire, you're going to want to make sure you have a nice ring and all woodland debris, clear space for it around the fire.
Now, when a red flag warning is issued for your neighborhood, you'll want to keep some of these things in mind. Tinder dry grasses only need a spark to catch. First, avoid any activities with open flames or sparks.
Finally, I would like to remind everyone the importance of fire safety and responsible outdoor practice. Whether you're camping or enjoying nature, be mindful of fire regulations and take precautions to prevent accidental wildfires. As we bid farewell to summer, let's not forget the devastating forest fire that marked this season. My thoughts are with those who are affected. We must remain vigilant in our efforts to protect our environment and our community. Well, thank you for joining me today, and remember, together we can make a difference.